When a company becomes as integral to business operations as Sage, the question of its ownership naturally arises. Whether you're a project manager relying on its software, a student researching business models, or simply curious about the corporate world, understanding who owns a major entity like Sage provides valuable insight into its governance and future direction. So, let's delve into the ownership structure of Sage and clarify who the key stakeholders are. It's important to first establish that Sage, legally known as the Sage Group plc, is a publicly traded company. This means that unlike a privately held business with a single owner or a small group of partners, ownership of Sage is distributed among a large number of shareholders. These shareholders can range from individual investors holding a few shares to large institutional investors managing vast portfolios. Therefore, the answer to who is the owner of Sage isn't a single name but rather a collective of individuals and entities who hold shares in the company. To gain a clearer picture, we need to look at the different categories of shareholders and identify the major players. The role of institutional investors. The largest proportion of Sage's shares is typically held by institutional investors. These are organizations that invest on behalf of others and include entities like pension funds, mutual funds, insurance companies, and investment management firms. These institutions often hold significant stakes in publicly listed companies due to the large volumes of capital they manage. As of recent reports, some of the top institutional shareholders in the Sage Group plc include well-known names like BlackRock Incorporated and the Vanguard Group Incorporated. These are global investment management corporations with substantial holdings in numerous publicly traded companies worldwide. Their investment decisions and the size of their stakes can influence the market perception and stability of a company like Sage. Other significant institutional shareholders often include Capital Research and Management Company, Linsell Train Limited, and Fidelity International Limited. These firms manage substantial assets and their investment in Sage reflects their belief in the company's long-term prospects and performance. The influence of individual investors and the general public. While institutional investors hold the majority of shares, a portion of Sage's ownership also lies with individual investors and the general public. These are individuals who buy and hold Sage shares, often through brokerage accounts. The collective ownership of this group can be significant, although individual holdings are typically smaller compared to those of institutional investors. Employee share schemes. Another category of ownership comes through employee share schemes. Sage, like many large corporations, may offer its employees the opportunity to own shares in the company as part of their compensation or benefits packages. This aligns the interests of employees with the company's performance and fosters a sense of ownership within the workforce. It's not about an owner, but about stakeholders. Thinking of Sage in terms of a single owner is an oversimplification. Instead, it's more accurate to consider the various stakeholders who have an interest in the company's success. These stakeholders include not just shareholders but also customers, businesses and individuals who rely on Sage's software solutions for their operations, employees, the workforce that drives the development, sales, and support of Sage's products, partners, accountants, resellers, and developers who collaborate with Sage to deliver value to customers. The board of directors, appointed individuals responsible for overseeing the company's strategy and management on behalf of the shareholders. The current chairman of the board is Andrew Duff, and the chief executive officer is Steve Hare. The communities in which Sage operates, the areas where Sage has offices and employees, contributing to the local economy.